Excuse the backdrop. I mucked up basically. I've made a bit of an error. Anyway, I've just recorded tomorrow's video. I explained it in there. Tomorrow's video, we're gonna have a little look at sort of what Moyes been doing. A bit on Mikel Antonio, the issue that it appears to have thrown up around Sebastian Haller. And lots of other things, but that's in tomorrow's video, which I've literally just finished recording now. But I'm gonna try and keep it on a positive vibe to today because it's been a very, very good day. So later on in this video, we got Farmer Kris coming up, and then on a separate video, we've also got Bill, who have both sent me in their videos. So thank you very, very much, both of you, for both of those. I think first of all, we really need to, just before we talk about the game itself, I want to go through a few of the players because there's some really good performances that I'm absolutely delighted with today. The Benrahma thing, him not coming on, no surprise. I did the preview show. There was a lot of conspiracy on there, a lot of worry, I think, which again I completely understand, but this was to be expected. We never expected Moyes to play Benrahma in this one. If you listen to myself saying it all in the build-up, if you listen to Gio as well, he said exactly the same thing. Moyes will deal with him like he dealt with Bowen. I think so I don't expect him to play Liverpool. Maybe against Fulham. Expect to see Benrahma against Fulham. If you don't see him then, maybe we'll start to ask some questions, but I wouldn't read anything else into it now. A little bit more of a surprise not to see Lanzini, and particularly at no point during the game. I am keeping it positive. We can't criticise anything that Moyes has done because we would all have taken a point, let's be fair, against Manchester City. And this is a very un-West Ham-like situation that we find ourselves in. Let's be fair, we've just drawn two really, really good draws we've had, and we've just had two really good wins before that. And apart from, I thought Arsenal, we were decent. It's only really the Newcastle game. Before that, it was only really the Wolves game just after lockdown. I would humbly suggest we've only really played two poor games in the last 15 to 20. I don't know. Maybe I've got that. Yeah, maybe 15, something like that. That ain't bad. I mean, that really ain't bad at all. And we find ourselves in a lovely position in the league where we're not worried about it, and we've got plus goal difference. So we can't criticise what David Moyes has done. But I would have felt he's got some man management to do with Lanzini now. That's all I feel with that one. I think he's got the result justifies him not bringing him on, certainly. But I think you would naturally be a little bit disappointed if you were Manuel Lanzini with there. As I say, I'm going to deal with the Sebastian Haller thing, which I do think is a different situation entirely. And we're going to deal with that in tomorrow's video again, certainly. Just in terms of a few of the players that we did see today and who I thought had done so well. Fabianski. I felt today was the first time in quite a while that we have been outshot by the opposition. If you look at the stats for the Tottenham game, I think there was a similar amount off target. I think we had more shots on target. I think if you look at the Wolves game, look at the Leicester game, look at the Arsenal game, we outshot them all. So today was the first game where I really felt we were under the cosh. In fact, we've been quite tight up the back up until before the Tottenham game. But it's games like today that you see against Man City where they were really attacking. That's when you need your goalkeeper. Now, I'm not going to announce that Fabianski is back. I might put in the title of the video. No, I'm not going to announce Fabianski is back to his old self, but that was a performance of old from Fabianski there. We need to see a few more of them. But you needed him. And I felt there were at least 3 occasions where he impacted the destiny of that game. Absolutely fantastic. Antonio was brilliant, was giving us, again, we talk about him a little bit more tomorrow in the video. Well, Souček was really outstanding. I'm aware, people told me I forgot him in my video the other day. I was reading the squad list. I do apologise, got a little bit excited, but you all know what I think of Souček anyway. Declan Rice's best game, like Fabianski, Declan Rice's best game this season. I said in the build-up, it was an opportunity for Declan Rice to prove to Guardiola and to the rest of the Premier League that I am one of the best midfielders in this league. And I really felt he did there, particularly considering that they were outnumbered, him and Souček in there. So there's a lot to be said about that. Masuaku, absolutely fantastic, by the way, Masuaku today. I thought I reckon there were a lot of neutrals watching that game. There are a lot of neutrals watching every game now because games aren't stacked up. They're all staggered, aren't they, the games? So the eyes of the world are on every Premier League game. I reckon there's a lot of people who maybe won't have seen Masuaku too many times before, might have looked and thought, wow, he's not bad. He's technically pretty good, isn't he? So, yeah, I thought, fair play to him as well. And also Balbuena. I praise Ogbonna all the time. There's no point. Balbuena, I thought was really good, really resolute. And you know what I'm going to say, because I've been saying it numerous times already. I do wonder if Moyes saw him as leaving. I think Moyes is now... I think Balbuena's form has taken away the urgency of Moyes having to go out and necessarily search for a centre-half. Our goal difference is +4. Our defence is okay, all right? Not so much against Tottenham, certainly. But by and large, aside from that, we ain't been bad at all. I just think... really good, really good performance, particularly in the first half. Second half, back to the wall stuff. But that's going to happen against Manchester City. We're just drawn against Manchester City. The players that they had, the fact that they were able to bring on players like De Bruyne, and just when you looked at it at the start, and Bernardo Silva and Gundogan, he played really well in the middle, didn't he? He was a very good player as well. Raheem Sterling, we kept him out of the game more or less, Raheem Sterling. Just some fantastic players that they've got there. And they were unable to impact the game. I thought Mahrez cut a frustrated figure. I really did. And that's got to be... a lot of the credit's got to go down there to the organisation of the players, the way the players performed, and David Moyes and the coaching staff's organisation and the fitness levels. We are a fit team. It's very difficult, having said that, for Manuel Lanzini to come in and argue what David Moyes has not included him, because you just know what you're getting with Fornals, and that's why he kept him on, I think, there. I do wonder if the substitutions, now they panned out, particularly in terms of the pace, which I'm going to talk about again in tomorrow's video. I wonder if that's given him food for thought, really. I do find that quite interesting. Anyway, I've prattled on for long enough. Farmer Kris has kindly sent me in a video. Keep a watch out for that, and I will be uploading... Bill has also sent me in a video. I'll be uploading that a little bit later on this evening. Over to you, Kris.
All right, everyone. That was an interesting game. The first half was amazing. I feel a little bit deflated at the second half. Maybe that's just the mood I'm in today, I don't know. Well, what can I say? I mean, the first half we were really, really fantastic. I was about to put a bet on Antonio scoring the first goal, and just before I managed to finish the selection on Sky Bet, he put it in. So yeah, I missed out on some money there. I did actually put him down to having a brace, but it looks like his hamstring was playing him up. Let's hope it was a precautionary pull off. I actually missed the substitution. Badly timed toilet break, so I didn't actually see it. So yeah, fingers crossed he was just feeling it and they've taken him off as a precaution. But that brings me on to my one of my points. I don't understand why he brought Yarmolenko on to replace him. For me, I thought he would have put Haller in. That would have made more sense to me. Yarmolenko had a terrible game, poor bloke. I think it was one of those days for him where he just wishes he hadn't got out of bed. He was a bit too slow for me. He was getting caught out all the time, and that's a shame because I'm a massive Yarmolenko fan. But yeah, he was quite slow. I'm just trying to think what else I can quickly say. I'm quite surprised that Bowen was taken off, and that for me I would have taken Fornals off only because of the speed. Fornals, to me, he was struggling with pace today. But I'll say Masuaku was making up for it. Masuaku, he really looked like he'd eaten his Weetabix today. He was quick. He looks like he's been doing sprints with Antonio. It was he seems to certainly have a lot more acceleration than what he used to. I mean, maybe it's just the way he's playing now on the wing, I don't know. The only thing I've got to say is that it's showing that Haller is not up to the job. He didn't do anything for me when he came on. We need to get another striker in January, because we're screwed now with Antonio and his hamstrings. We don't unless we bring one of the youngsters in. We don't have a decent forward, because to me Haller, he isn't cutting it, and Yarmolenko's too slow to be a striker in the formation that we play. We need someone powerful. Maybe Ben Rama when he's playing, that would be all right. But how long is it going to take to get him in? I certainly think after seeing Antonio again off a day, we'd maybe need Benrahma coming into the team sooner rather than later. That's all I got to say for now. For me, man of the match was Declan Rice. He didn't do anything wrong. The whole defence actually, as well as the midfield, the whole defence was solid as well. Cresswell was the quietest out of all of them, I think, for me. But yeah, I don't think that anyone did anything wrong. Fabianski looked like the old Fabianski again today. He pulled off some amazing saves. For me, the game, I'm not disappointed that we got a draw, because it's 1 point against Man City. I'm a bit gutted that we let that goal go in, but Foden is proving why, all his plaudits correct. He's a cracking player, especially at his age. I don't think there's a lot we could have done to stop him score that. But I'm pleased, another point picked up. And I believe that means that we're still above City in the table, which is great. Anyway, see you all soon.